Today, I have a guest who has a unique story. And after listening to his story, what I could say is you should not judge a person just because it's the narrative of the majority. So for this one, I'm encouraging you all to be open to his story and to be open to our guest for today. Please welcome Choi Ranyowa. Hi, Choi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, Earl.
Thank you for saying yes to the show. Now, as I said earlier, his story is very unique because, first of all, he belongs to the LGBTQIA plus community, and he actually belongs to the intersex. Now, I know it's common for people in the community who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, but the intersex is what I would say something that is not really much heard of. So, Troy, can you tell us your story of how you came out to be part of the intersex identity?
Thank you for the very wonderful and complex question. First of all, for the knowledge of everyone, we are all familiar with LGBTQIA plus, right?
Right.
But actually, the current number of genders there are, take a guess, how many?
Are there seven?
No. The first number is correct, but the correct number there is 72. There are
72.
now 72, yes, there are now 72 recognized genders in society right now.
Oh,
So,
really?
daghan na kayo na sila. There's much more less talked about. So I'm just happy that I am given an opportunity to shed light on the intersex people because most of us were already familiar with lesbians, gays, like what you mentioned earlier, bisexual, trans people, queer people as well. But there's not much talk about intersex, right? So basically, an intersex person is someone who happens to have characteristics of both the male and the female, but compared to the lesbians and the gays and the trans people, the intersex people, or me, for example, it all came out naturally. Like there's no medical intervention, there's no drugs, there's no hormonal injections whatsoever. So it's all natural. Like I think the most interesting introduction that I would have said would be, have you tried to live a life where you are all the pots in the world? So basically, it's that intersex is not rare, but it's also not uncommon at the same time. There are already cases, but most, if I would say, they are quote unquote unreported.
Mm,
Probably because a good chunk of intersex people like me find it twice or thrice as hard to explain their story because first and foremost, it takes heart to accept oneself before you can share yourself to others.
right.
I think it would be best if I walk you through my journey from birth up to present because there's gonna be more appreciation on that part. So basically, hi everyone. Thank you for watching Earl Talks.
Yes, and
Mailo sa di kadlot ni Earl. Pila ka seconds
yes.
ka mag-host.
Yeah, so if you're noticing that Troy is wearing a mask because he's been exposed to dust and he's getting some episodes of sinuses from time to time, so he's actually taking care
I'm sorry.
of himself. But it's all right about it, so we understand about it, Troy. Don't be nervous about it. This is your story to tell, so feel free to share to our listeners there.
Well, Troy is just my nickname. My legal name is Colleen Kate. Di ba? Igat kay paminawon.
Kulit Kate?
The Titanic Kate Winslet.
Wow.
Yes, that's my real name and that's still my legal name up to present. So
Uh-huh.
how did it came to be? Well, I was born as a female. We were very less fortunate back then. I was born in a province of Mindanao, particularly a rural area, tons of mountains everywhere, tons of grasslands, farms. we were living a farm life back then, no? So since we did not have that much financial resources before, my mother did not have access to newborn screening. So I was brought up to this world through a midwife. When I came out, obviously I was a girl, that's the name. I was really brought up as a girl. Like there were no signs of me exhibiting behavior or having manners of a boy. So fast forward 8 years old, somewhere there, pre-puberty age, no, there was a time when my body started to quote unquote change, pero slowly. Like
Okay.
it all started with my hair, body hair. Grabe ko ka balbon. And then, okay naman ng balbon because naman sa mga babae, good nga balbon, no? Pero according to the doctors, the patterns of my hair were that of a man. So, there were some parts in my body na straight ang hair. There are also some parts in my body, especially in my legs, wherein it's all covered in curly hair. Like, lalaki din siya. So,
Okay.
it all started with my arms back then. And then at that time, kay okay ra. I did not feel any concern of having excess hair per se. I also did not question myself. Para na ko, normal na siya. And then slowly it developed more. My voice started to change gradually. Come a few years after that, my secondary reproductive organ,
Mhm.
which is that of a man, a phallus to be exact, slowly came out. So, mura na noon kung I'm a walking two in one person. At that time, kaya syempre, dili man mo makita because it's all inside, right? So the people around you will never know nga you're having a crisis like this. None of the people will pay attention to that. It's just that in my case, as early as like what, 8, 9, 10, galit na lang siya ni Gawas ba? So syempre, ikaw nga bata, you would also be
Surprise.
curious and then surprise lang ano ni as a millennial, on average, the menstruation of a girl comes at from late grade school to early high school years. Maybe give or take around 9, 10, up to like what, 14 years old, something. But in my case, I did not had any menstruations at all. My boobs or siya nitubo. So it's that of a man. Di ilang magklaro pero kung magpolo ko na makita rin mo, murag di siya palalaki nga chest. Even if nga niya na ang manifestation sa akong body physically, I was still presenting myself as a girl. Remember kung volleyball varsity way back in high school? Women's varsity, I mean. So, syempre kung women's varsity, very short shorts.
Yes,
Like
yes.
really, really short shorts. From nursery up to first year college, I was wearing samong uniform. I was wearing a skirt, a blouse, light color na lang sa blouse. At some point, I was wearing a jumper nga blue, and then come a few years after in another school, I was now wearing a white blouse with a pink necktie. I mean, pink ko di ako gisulobron. So, I was wearing a pink necktie, I was wearing a pink skirt, and then I was wearing heels. Like, let's just say, even if I look different, I embrace my identity as a girl back then because I was raised as one. And then fast forward, I was 16 at the time, going second year in college. My tita, the sister of my mother, asked me if I already had my menstruation na. And then I told her, no, no, I don't have it pa, which I am really thankful about because
Okay.
I know how expensive it is to buy napkins every month. More so, at least wa ko kasaway anang dysmenorrhea. Isod kayo na sa mga babae. So, mura po ng consolation ako sa ako self. Kabisag ko, ay, salamat Lord, wa ko gidugo. Wadyo ko ni mo pasuwayan nang magtiko ko na ko sa kasakit sa pupuson kay di na ko kasod, di na ko kalakaw, di na ko ka to nga sa klase kay ma-absent na lang ko kay tungod sakit kayo ana ba. So wala jud ko na kaagi na. Nabala ka akong tita kay wala ko kaagi na. Murag feeling
Uh-huh.
ako ba damay-damay na ni ay amo nagyagian sa nang ano ikaw wala ka. But jokes aside, she brought me to the doctor. I was tested there. I had multiple ultrasounds, x-rays, and all those stuff. That's how I learned I was a hermaphrodite. Actually, before intersex was termed as one, the old term is actually hermaphrodite.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
combination of, if you're familiar with Greek gods and goddesses, it's a combination of the names of Hermes and
And Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Her,
Yes.
yes, hermaphrodite. And then I don't know what happened in the Western countries. They find the term offensive. So through the years, the hermaphrodite term evolved to what we now know as intersex.
Yes,
So
yes.
mas acceptable na sa karon ang term na intersex compared to hermaphrodite. So anyway, I was told back then na you are hermaphrodite. The reason why you did not experience any menstruation at all because your body is not capable of facilitating such. When my body is not producing egg cells, okay, wala man ko'y fallopian tubes. In short, even if I was born as a girl, akong reproductive system as a girl is incomplete. I also do not have a uterus. In short, my body is not capable of carrying a baby, so to speak. Because of those lacking features of a girl, it affirms what the doctor was saying. Hinay ang production sa akong estrogen. That's why mura kog lakin on tan-awon because my androgen is producing over like taas akong androgen mo nang
Okay.
I have body hairs, my voice is a little bit deep and all those stuff. And
Okay.
then further na explain sad siya na the reason also why ni manifest imong secondary organ hormonal gyapon siya. One, there's also too much androgen produced in your body. Two, mo ginay tendency basta hermaphrodite ang bata. Lagi siya tendency nga mo dual gyud siya. It's just a matter na lang kung asa ato nga reproductive system ang kompleto. So, if I'm gonna talk about the male side, the physical or reproductive organ is there. Technically, sa akong inside food, it's also not complete. Kay my body is producing sperm, but it's not producing millions. Pero kung if you're
Oh.
gonna think about which of those ang workable, mas workable ang sa lalaki na side kay you have medicines naman that you can take these days to produce more sperm count. So, mas dali i-address ang kanang part. But nonetheless, mo na explanation sa doctor nga you're born hermaphrodite. It's a rare case, according to her back then. I could remember the very first thing that she asked me when she told me that, how do you feel now that you learned about this sa imong condition? And then I said, dili man ka ni illness, doc. Dili man ka ni ka ng chronic sakit, whatever, na mas-threaten akong life in the near future. And siya, no, it's not. It's not life-threatening, but definitely it's not also gonna make your life easier per se because lahi man imong build and the acceptance is gonna be twice as demanding because wala biya nimo gipangayo nga may ngana ka nga lawas, di ba? I did not come out of this world and say to my mom, no, please make me two. And then for convenience sake, para kapuyan kog explain sa mga tao about my case, I would just say, naman ko ko'y kambal sa una, niya nag-merge ni Duha, niya mo ni nabilin, mo ni nakuan. And then surprisingly, they buy that excuse actually. Mo na lang na kung shortcut mo, kung kapuyan ko mag-explain. Mo na siya ang long cut version there. When I learned about that, growing up, akong feeling kay, at that time when I was still representing myself as a girl, matrak na kog babae. So at that time, LGBT pa, nana ko sa L. So
Okay.
wala ka ko kabalo nga I day ko, nana ko sa L. I
L.
feel like
Okay.
an L. I feel like a lesbian. And then, pag college ako, laki kay katanawon, taas kay kag buhok, magpalda ka, pag heels ka, maglakaw ka sa dalan. Napay manaway na ko sa siya, mura siya bayot. Ya dili pa man uso ang trans nga word sa una. So mura kog bayot, galakaw-lakaw sa dalan. So nanak ko sa G. Di ba, funny kayo? Okay, gikan ko sa L, abot ko sa G. Yes, ma-concern ka on what people say about you, but wala raman sa gid ko ingon nga na super super hurt kay at that time pud kay Filippo no kung nagbaylo tingali no nga ako may nakakita sa akong self kaya makapanaway pud bitaw kung ano na siya. After I learned about my case, the first thing I did pagbalik na ko sa eskwelahan kay I asked the teachers, I asked the deans to allow me nga mag-civilian uniform nako. I am not comfortable anymore in wearing skirt. Kiwawan nako.
Yes,
So
yes.
I also cannot say nga magpalalaki na lang ko uniform kay kita na bitibok eskwelahan nga babae ko for 1 year na come next school year lalaki na ka na lalaki na ka uniform murag
Yes, yes.
grabe jud imong pag-transform murag assuming na sa gid kay ka ala ba.
Yes, yes.
So surprisingly and thankfully they accepted my request. So tanan ga uniforms usa ko sa mga exempted. And then to represent myself na nag-civilian ako para di na kayo sa grabe daghang mga questions sa mga tao. I cut my hair short, nagpalalaki na ni siya og
Uh-huh.
tupi. I cut my hairs, wala rin ako ni siya gipa-wax or gipa-shave. I got rid of my girl clothes kay para nako mas less man ang questions sa mga tao when they see me nga normal ka to them if you're gonna be like that. So, man akong gipili sa if you're gonna do more research or research, daghan man kana klase-klase. So, I mean, I was already under one classification. Yeah, come last year, I remember it very clearly, August of last year. I was at our province and then surprised siya na I was not intoxicated. I was not super stressed. I was not sick. Wala ko'y major gipamati sa lawas. I considered myself at that time as healthy. Wala damhang one afternoon of last year, gidugo ko for the first time.
That's surprising, actually.
Super. Imagine na good, kalit lang evolve imong lawas. And then at that time, kaya ako raman usa. So, nagdali-dali ko og atiman sa kong self because number one, I did not know may nga na di yung feeling nga dugon. And then number two, wala sa ko kasabot because there's just too much blood. And mura na ko nasa state nga unsa man ni menstruation ni or basig ma-hemorrhage ko kay because of too much blood loss. Na may mga blood clots and everything. Thankfully, walay black na anything nga ako ra makita is dark red, light red. Dili ra siya ingon super, super, super alarming yun. But nonetheless, for me, nga wala nakasaway ever. And then I was also told by my doctors before that your body is not capable to facilitate such an event. Dako na kay kong question mark ngano ni ang akong pangutana nga ngano ni is for what I was having but not ngano ni to the Lord. I was trying to understand myself ba ko nag-backtrack ko na ba ko'y gibuhat something nga naka-trigger gingani or wala mo sab ko nagginom og mga maintenance meds or side effect ba di sa kuan like wala gyud and they rushed me to the hospital. I was admitted for 4 to 5 days. They did multiple ultrasounds. Nabot na sa point nga ningon na gyud akong funny kayo kay akong mga doctors kay I have two OB-GYNs. They asked me to visit their clinics. It's just a funny memory because when you say visit a clinic of an OB-GYN, syempre sa gawas, naging maglinya ng mga pregnant,
Yes, yes.
mga babae na magpa-check up. I could not remember the stairs they're giving. I mean, I could remember the stairs they're giving mo bakay. Kinsa pa lang wheelchair nga lalaki nga nag-atang sa prutahan. Oy. I'm almost tempted to say sorry, sorry, magkatsa ko kay pasyente. Alam mo, anyway, the thing is, I had multiple doctors in short. They were not able to find the cause as to why I suddenly had menstruation while I was still in the hospital until they suggested, I think it's better for you to undergo MRI
Okay.
because that way, ang imo na yung body may mascan. So whatever it is that's giving abnormalities in you currently, at least you'll be able to find out. They really could not find it through the multiple ultrasounds that we had. Desperate to find an answer as well. Time is ticking, and in my mind, if this is how menstruation is, then I kind of want not to experience the same thing again. Kaya marang feeling ako makuyawan ko mamatay, siguro ko nga mahutdan kong dugo. Wala ko
Right,
feeling
right.
ba? So, we had an MRI. It was just supposed to be a pelvic MRI, pero tungod kay curious ko ng doctor, they did a full body MRI on me for
Okay.
free. Ang usual po good nga reaction man good sa people in the medical field like the nurses, the doctors, and all those workers there. Kung makasugat sila and then they would know about my medical abstract kung sa'yo nakasorted to na ala, hermaphrodite ang pasyente. They would
Uh-huh.
always get curious man good kay They've read it in books. They remembered it that it was discussed at some point when they were still in school, but never did it happen na sila actual person nga na-meet na yung ani nga
Right.
kanang adult na gani. Some of them have encountered intersex patients pero kanang bata pa.
Uh,
Dili gid nga kanang adult na ba? So fully grown adult. So mo na magkiyos po sila. Anyway, going back, they did an MRI and then when the results came out, surprisingly, ang plot twist ato last year was now I have two ovaries. Nitumaw na nga akong left at the right ovary and I'm like, no.
Oh.
Sound,
Right.
sound na ni. I was bewildered to be honest because never in my life have I imagined na mo develop siya at my age. I even asked the doctors, pwede pa day na mo tumaw og kalit doc nga I'm already in my 30s. All this time I thought, my God, nga the development is just in the puberty stage or probably in the early adolescent stage, but never did I expect na at my age right now, naa pa day developments ba? And the doctors told me nga, yes, we cannot rule out the possibility because hormones mo good siya. And when it comes to hormones, anything could really happen. Depende rin gid na sa imong lawas. So, when the doctor told me that, in my head was also like, nakadaog gid siguro kog loto bay. Kung grand loto pa nino, murag nasurti dyan ko diyang dapita, murag nasukay naman ako tanan. Imagine, di kang kag babae, nga nahimong ka lalaki, nga karon
Agree.
mo transform lang kang kalit mo, babae na sa kabalik. Ano ba? Kung orasan pa ko, no, kaya 360 na ko. May pag niapil na lang kung fun run di ay, kay masig, sobra pa sa 21 kilometers ako mahuman. Ito, jokes aside, another surprising thing that they found in my MRI result was I am still producing sperm, but the two egg sacs which were present in my body kay absorb sa akong body. I was also like, pwede din na, nga magawas na din ha, nga dili na niyo makita ang source. Same answer. Yes, it's still possible because anything could really happen sa imong hormones. My next question to them was, okay, doc, so tell me, mo naman gid niya ang result, is this gonna be a regular monthly thing? And then the doctors told me, no, it's not. Ang imong hopes na dili siya mausab balik na ra gid gyapon because your body's estrogen, although nisaka ang production, but it's not enough to produce or to facilitate monthly menstruation. At least they're dapitan nakaginhawa ko. Okay,
Okay.
I really cannot imagine having those on a regular period. Still, even though me evolved siya, the doctors really made it clear na your body still cannot bear children, nor can you produce children at the same time. Kanang nga part what has been found out way back, diha nga part until now, consistent siya, ana. At least diyan dapita, murag okay, fine. Dili gid sa diya ingon 100% na change. Fast forward up to present, apart from that quote-unquote horrifying experience, I would say, I don't feel any abnormalities in my day-to-day life. It's still the usual. If anything, my friends just noticed na naano ko yung mga mannerisms daw. Murado kong si Boyabunda sa akong pagkabayot. Ano ako mismo dili ko kabantay. Murabag, I really remember one workmate, pagbalik na kong duty niya, nagid siya nga, nihamis lagi ka. And I was like, pwede di ko muhamis nga na ako tibok si Mana sa ospital. There's really something in you. Di ano pug ko unsa di naga something uy. Sa workmate nga niingon sad nga bayot na lagi kay ka. And in my head I was also like ngano di uy what did I even do ano ba so maybe I'm exhibiting or manifesting behaviors na di na ko mabantayan nga ma-associate nila sa mga bayot ba so but nonetheless okay ra ko at least it's good to know it's not something chronic, it's not something life-threatening, it's also not something to be fearful about because wag lang gid mong body and yung mura lang the timingan lang nga because it's me and then maybe chill ra sad kay kog attitude murag gidawat ra sad nako siya as is. So, mo na siya from one classification of an intersex at some point in my life nilayat ko sa pikas ya karon ibalik to sad ko murag feeling na ko kung i-test siguro ko karon sa doctor kay murag maglibog pud na pilaw doctor asa jud ko niya i-classify basin 10 years 20 years from now mo evolve sa ko balik who knows.
So ikaw na jud ang ultimate na transformer na ako na-meet sa life, 'di ba?
Yes,
The robot transformer na ma-change siya anytime, ma-evolve siya anytime. Grabe.
as in, yeah, transformer nga walay bayad.
Gra grabe,
Transformer nga walay gasto.
grabe 'no.
Well, sometimes I meet gay people who does drag at the same time ba. Kumayon sila nga, tutihan ni mo, eh. Okay, they're trying to live a life of that of a woman and then they also want to enjoy a body of a woman. Bisag sa nila, ang ilang tingog, di man din ma-change. Lang
Yeah,
magigyapon kayo. Okay. Sa saan, ang ilang features, more magigyapon. I'm taking it as, nga na lang said, I take it as a compliment in a sense na at the end of the day, I'm still lucky because I got a chance to live bisag technically, biologically, ko ang kuwang siya sa salud. I mean, if dili ko musulti sa akong story, none of you would notice na there's something different in me. Kay internal man ang difference. So, kumaga, I'm still lucky in a sense na at least my arms are complete, my toes are complete, okay ra ako thinking, and then brain is functioning well. I would say I'm emotionally okay, psychologically okay. So, para na ko, swerte na gyapon ko.
that is thought-provoking for me because first of all, puwede naman nga when you're still a child, you question why such things happen, and then you can go down the road of denial, anger, or rebellion. But at some point, you have a sense of acceptance and calmness. Probably in your childhood, you may have never perceived of that idea, but you had some sort of awareness. So I just want to know, was there such an eye opener that made you accept it straightforward without the need to do some questioning and navigating as you were going on in life?
I would say I still went through the questioning phase, but it was just a short while. After that, the next thing that came to my mind was I want to understand and to learn nganong napurma ko. Diha na nagduay lang ako ang thoughts. Wala na siya sa part na I wanna ask my mom unsa yung state, was she taking meds during the time she was conceived, or was my dad an alcoholic back then, ganun, ngani ko, and all those kinds of questions that would probably give you an answer to a trigger or something. So I skipped all that and I focus ko sa I want to understand and learn. So that was my drive to pursue psychology in the first place. Kay
Wow.
Oo, dira ko gikan because once I learned the answers to my questions, how I was born, why I was born like this and all those stuff, what will I do sa ako mga natun-an? So, I was contemplating that because I could have just took nursing if my purpose is just really to find out the biological reasons, factors behind my case, no. But I took up psychology nonetheless because of, apart from learning, because of what I've been through, all the bullying and stuff, di man ko exempted na because of my case, all the rejection also. I want to use my voice to educate people na people like us exist. There are persons born in this world wherein the chance of choosing a gender was not available and nahulog na lang na napugos to stick to the kind of life that they have, the kind of identity that they have. Dili baya lalim. There was even a time nga nakaingon ko nga I sort of not envy, but I'm sort of jealous to probably envy, a little bit of envy. I'm sort of jealous to the lesbians and the gay people and the trans as well because there was a conscious choice behind their identity. Like, ay, di na ko ganahan nga ni gusto na ko nga nako. Nagi kay choice. But in my case, imagine, at 8 years old, ikalit na siyang tumaw. And then at age of 32, nikalit na kag gidugo. Ano ba? So it's really a surprise. The question there is, how are you going to deal with it when you are presented with this kind of circumstance? So diha akong drive. I wanna learn and I wanna understand. And along the way, diha na ko nadawat akong kaugalingon at the same time. So, mo nang kalma na ko ron. I am able to share my story without making fun of myself and without making fun of anyone and put it in a lecture or something because na-embrace naman good na ko siya. It may be difficult to some, yes, I totally understand. Kay lain man tawag views. But as for myself, wala na ko issue. Like, gidawat na ko siya na ingani ko. And probably, dana ganito sa point nga, dili man sa ingon gituyo pero tingali na timingan sa gyud nga gihatag ni Lord because the Lord knows that I can handle this well and then the Lord also knows na I can use my voice to educate people and to make people know and understand and hopefully inspire also others to be more gentle and more kind, especially to the LGBT community.
Your life wasn't a walk in the park, but then you learned to be optimistic. And it's actually great to learn that you have shown that human side. And I admire your authenticity towards that. Since you mentioned that what helped also was your connection with the Lord on how you dealt all of these. So I'm just curious, was there a time that you felt angry at the Lord? Did you feel like you were challenging the Lord because of these kinds of circumstances in your life?
Surprisingly, no. I would deliberately say surprisingly because with what I have been through, I think I am more qualified to be angry to the Lord. Ganong gihatag ni niya sa kuha nga life. Kay karon gani mag-joke na lang ko, Lord, pag klaro ko no. Gidugo lagi ko last year, nga naman to.
You're trying to ask like, what's a humor ni Lord, ani, di ba?
Yeah, nananon ko din ha because dili man tungod kinapugos ko no. It never came to me to question the Lord. Bisan pag katong bata pa ko nga 8 years old, 9, 10, it never really occurred to me to question the Lord why. Kaya at that time, para nako normal ra to. Normal ra nga naay something different sa tao. E nga na akong thinking.
Mm.
So, tungod kay something different sa kuha, para nako normal ra ko. And even until now, wala gid sa akong mind even nga pasok ko mangluod or what. Eh, looking back, even now, murag mas daghan pa kong blessings kaysa sa akong hardships kung magkwentahan ni naman lang gani. So, para nako, again, I would still say, swerte gyapon ko kay kompleto ko ba? Like, dili gani ko physically impaired. Imagine how difficult it would be to go to an office na dili ka sa kaghagdanan because kuwang kang glimpse. 30th floor ko na mga opisina. So, unsa na lang ka kung mag-earthquake drill, may palyos pa sa ignaog. So, di ba, lisod kayo
Right.
if you're physically disabled. But sa akong case, swerte gid gihapon ko because wala ko yung nga challenges ba. Biological lang, yes. But I would rather dwell on the things I am blessed than those challenges na dili man angay hantod-hantod nimo dadon. Eh, those challenges, may ma-overcome mo naman good nimo siya eventually.
Wow. Troy has a point on that. So I hope this reminds us to be contented of what we have, even when it comes to the challenges we're facing, because those challenges are made to shape us and they prepare us for what it is to come. Do you have any hopes and dreams for the future? Do you have any goals in life that you want to achieve?
When it comes to dreams and goals, I have daghan. But I would say sa pagkakaroon no, because of this opportunity of being able to share my story to the people, I think it would be nice to dream of a day wherein the people of different genders are more seen and heard. Kana lang because especially for those LGBT people who are in families na naapas sa traditional thinking sa Filipino ba, conservative pa kayo, like, dili ka pwede maging anak kay lalaki biya ka. O di ka pwede
Right.
maging anak kay babae biya ka. So, swerte ang mga, I think, generation alpha kay
Yes.
their parents are more inclusive in a sense kay exposed na ilang parents sa existence sa trans, existence sa kaning mga people na naa sa LGBT bubble, no. Pero katong mga karaan-karaan ng mga tao, lisod to sila. And then, it would be nice to dream about a day wherein LGBT people are more seen and heard. Kay Sure ko ang respeto o ang love will just follow after. Given naman good na we are inherently loving, we are inherently respectful. It's just that because natin mga perceived biases mo na we do otherwise. But nonetheless, if you see a person important to you, if you see a person with value, then the respect and love comes after. It would be nice to be in a society na mas accepting and mas open-minded sa mga ingana nga mga tao. Kay ako gikan magugkong family nga niagi og rejection, no? So it's really, really difficult. Imagine na lang ang difficulties sa mga LGBT children who until now are not able to come out because of the strict notions of family. Like, dili ka pwede maibog og lalaki kay not just family, they are also religion. Dili ka pwede maibog og nga na kay bawal na. Mga nga na mga dialogue ba. I'm not shaming other religion. I'm also not saying they are completely wrong. Okay, for whatever it is, tinuhan man na nila. I'm just saying, before you condemn a person, hopefully these people will remember that the person they are condemning is first and foremost their family.
One day we will all get to be in harmony of understanding together in spite of differences. And that includes gender. So
Correct.
thank you for that, Short. So what is the most important lesson you learned so far in life?
The most important lesson I learned in life is what they call the black coffee rule. When you're a drinker of a black coffee, you don't put sugar in it, you don't put any sweetener in it because you enjoyed it black. You enjoy the bitterness of the coffee, the
Yes.
rawness of the coffee. So the black coffee rule is when there's something bitter in your life, do not put sugar to sweeten it anymore. Accept it as it is. Example, when you have a friend who's difficult to deal with, like kanang type of person nga, sige kag tambag anak niya, pero dili gid maminaw. Di ba? We all have that one friend. Gahi jud kay kag ulo. No
Yes.
matter what, di gid ka paminaw and so stubborn gid kayo. So, when you have a difficult person, ang pasabot sa do not put sweetener is do not put statements na mahulog na imo na lang siyang gitolerate. Kana gani, gahi kay kag ulo niya, mingon na lang ka, ay nga na gid na siya kay batasan na gid na niya. Mura ni mo siya tone down ang iyang pagkagahig ulo just so kanang mas acceptable siya sa imo ba. Pili drinking coffee, nagbutang kang sweetener so it's more quote unquote drinkable.
Mm.
So why is that an important lesson for me? Because not all drinkable things are good. Not all
Mm.
behaviors are tolerable. Not all actions are acceptable. Therefore, in short, when you enjoy your black coffee as is, enjoy it as is. It's like you're putting boundaries in yourself na diri ra ko kutob. This is my belief, this is my principles. Ari la ko kutob. Kung mag-meet halfway ta, better because we are friends. Kami na ka, even if you have different values per se, ano, but walay pug sanay ba? You do you, I am me. My reaction to you is an awareness of you. Parang ako, if you have that kind of mindset, whatever challenges you have in life, may it be you're dealing with a difficult boss, or maybe it be you're dealing with stubborn parents, non-appreciative siblings, kung sa pa na din ha, in your day-to-day life, it will be easier. You'll be less inclined to pay attention to things that are not worth paying attention to. Gidawat naman nimo siya ngayon. May mga butang na mas naay balor tagaan og energy og nasa mga butang na tagdan lang nimo na nga.
That was
Mm.
very insightful. Thank you very much for that again, Troy. So before we end, I always ask my guests, what wakes you up early in the morning?
I wake up for myself and I wake up for work because I need money.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Just kidding. I wake up for myself because every day is the chance to wake up every day. Is also the chance to thank the Lord na, "Hay, salamat, na-exist pa ko." It's
Right,
also
right.
a day to affirm your existence, and at the same time it's also a chance to do something you're not comfortable with, take risk, enjoy life, and just be you. So para na ako, life is still beautiful regardless. Maybe it's there are bitter parts here and there, but at the end of the day I would say we would all agree that life is still indeed beautiful. If you're having it difficult now, rest assured later on it will be luag-luag na. and more breathable. Kapit lang. So if others were able to survive, then so are you. I wake up for myself, and hopefully one day I will also find a reason to wake up for someone.
We'll wish for you. We'll wish for that, Joy. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing your story, and you will be inspiring a lot of people with that. So God bless you, and I hope that you will enjoy life to the fullest and you'll be successful in your endeavors.
Thank you also, Earl.